technical difficulties?
No, it just takes a minute.
Okay. It is live stream. Yes. Okay. We're good to go. We're live. I'm getting off the phone. Hi, everybody. This is Asya, the insurance lady with the Medicare Minutes. First of all, I would like to thank Nicole, the Family and Consumer Science agent for Bath County, for having me today. Since there are some technical difficulties, she's not able to talk right now, but she's still able to see what we're doing here. Oops, sorry. There is a problem with my screen. Hold on, I gotta share again. Let's see. Now you can see it. I don't know what was going on right there. Okay, so today's subject is going to be income related monthly adjustment amounts. This is something which not very often happens, but it does happen, and it is that there are some things there are just being overlooked. But since it is end of September, and I'm sure you guys are getting a ton of calls and mail, all the new plans are out, yada yada. So plus probably Joe Namath coming out of your ears on TV. So here's the deal. The new plans will come out October 1st. You cannot sign up for any new plans until October 15th. You can sign up for new plans from October 15th to December 7th. These new plans will become active in January 1st, okay? Now, this goes only for people who are already on Medicare, not for folks who are becoming, turning 65, being eligible for Medicare. So folks who, I have that a lot every year, who folks are turning 65 in November and December, they all getting, nervous that they have to react right away. So this is really more for people who are turning already on Medicare. And so relax, the new plans will show up on the 1st of October. Out of my own experience, I can tell you, give it a couple days, because the systems normally the first couple days have some hiccups, okay? So much for a little general information. But today's subject will be income related monthly adjustment amounts, IRMAA. And this is a presentation for the Medical Scholar. My name is Saskia Hollenberg. I'm an insurance broker. I have pretty much all the carriers here in the state of Kentucky, but I also service a lot of other states like Ohio, Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, Virginia, Idaho, Michigan, West Virginia, and Mississippi. So if you do move or you have family in other states, I can help. I love to help people, and I love to share the information about Medicare. Medicare is a very big subject, a very scary subject for a lot of people, and a very confusing subject. So I'm trying to make it easy to share. My background is in general in management. I managed for many, many years different companies. And now I live in beautiful P-Sticks, Bath County. I'm originally from Germany, Bavaria, and we have 2 horses, 3 rescue dogs, a ton of chickens, and I love to garden, to can, and horseback ride. Plus, I would love to start knitting again and have some time to sit and knit and read a good book. I wanted to share that real quick before I forget it. I actually was able to see my father, my 90-year-old dad, and I should put a picture on here, my 90-year-old dad in Germany, just a couple weeks ago. And I was able to see my brother. It was very difficult to get there due to all the restrictions due to COVID, but it was great to see my family. And then let's jump into the subject. Depending on your income, your monthly Part B or Part D premiums, they could be higher due to income-related monthly adjustment amount, short IRMAA. Part B IRMAA started in 2007 as a result of Medicare Modernizing Act from 2003. The Part D started in 2011 as a result of the 2010 Affordable Care Act. Now, it is income dependent. So the question here is, what is counting towards this? The income used to determine IRMAA is defined by Medicare as adjusted gross income plus any tax-exempt interests. Is known as modified adjusted gross income, and I'll give you here a couple examples because I'm not a CPA, so don't ask me these questions. This is definitely a conversation you need to have with your CPA. So excluded are, for example, some examples here in this, which are part of the modified adjusted gross income, are wages, social security benefits, capital gains, dividends and pensions, rental income, and tax deferred distributions from 401ks or IRAs. What does it mean? And this is where the tricky part is, where really nobody is thinking about it. So here you're turning 65, you're going on Social Security, your income drastically drops, but they are actually going by your income from 2 years ago. So your yearly income for 2021, they reviewing your income from 2019. So this is where the tricky part comes into the picture. You think, oh, you just have your Social Security, no big deal. You know, that's not going to hit you, but they go by what happened 2 years ago. So if you 2 years ago had more as an individual tax filer, had more than $88,000 up to $111,000, or as a married couple between $176,000 and $222,000, your monthly Part B premium would actually go up to $207.90. Now these numbers are all for 2021. As you know, in November, all this is going to change again because Medicare is bringing the new numbers out for 2022. The point what I'm making here is, which is really important to remember, that they will look at 2 years before. I had it happen that folks got these huge bills. Actually, you know, there are folks with over $475.20 for their Part B premium plus, then also the Part D adjustments on there. There are some possibilities to change that, but I want to make sure that you understand where these numbers are coming from. So Part D, that comes on top of it. So again, as an example, if you as a single filer earn between $88,000 and $111,000, it would add $12.30 to whatever your Part D premium is. So let's just say your Part D premium is for your drug plan. D is the drug plan. For your drug plan, you pay $20. So your drug plan now costs you $32.30. And this can go all the way up to additional $77.10 if you have $500,000 and above in income. I know most of us are sitting here like, not to worry about it. I'm not having that much money. But there are some people out there, and this is why I want to bring that up. You will be notified by Social Security if you're required to pay IRMAA. How do you pay it? The deductions coming directly out of your Social Security check, and you will receive a bill from Medicare or from the Railroad Retirement Board. You will never be asked to pay Medicare Advantage or Part D plan for IRMAA payments. I have seen exceptions, by the way. Everything has exceptions to the rules. I have seen exceptions, but in general, it is Medicare who is gonna send you a bill on that. Speaking of Medicare, I'm pretty sure you guys getting a lot of phone calls right now, and they're saying here is Medicare. And even if you ask, really, you're Medicare? Yes, we're Medicare. Medicare will not call you. They will never call you. Okay, this is very, very rare that they do, but definitely not out of the blue. All the important information for Medicare will be in writing. Okay, if they call you, then you had a preset appointment with them. Otherwise, Medicare or Social Security will not call you. So please do not fall for that. So here is a way to appeal. If you feel like this is not right, you can appeal actually these IRMAA fees. And that is if you had a major life change, if your income has gone down, and you can submit that appeal. Remember when I gave you the example 2 years ago, you still worked and you had a large income at that point, then you are retiring at 65, you're back down to your only Social Security. So you can actually file a form. And the form is, and you might want to jot that down, is the SSA-44 Medicare Income Related Monthly Adjustment Amount Life-Changing Event Form. That long of a sentence. But write down the form number SSA-44. And you also need to schedule an interview with the Social Security office. Here is the number for that. That is 800-772-1213. If you don't have a pen available, let me know. Call me, call Nicole. They have my phone number. And you need to bring proof of your current income source. That is important, okay? So you need to show your income dropped dramatically. Here are a few other sources. And always is a good resource is Medicare.gov. Again, be careful when you just punch in Medicare into the Google search engine, it comes up with Medicare.com or all kind of other endings there. And at that point, you are actually not on the Medicare site. You are at some kind of telesales agents group or something like that. So always make sure you're punching in Medicare.gov, okay? And that is actually already all for today. If you do have questions, please feel free to call or email me. My number is 859-294-7490, or you can find me on Facebook. You can text me under this phone number too, and you also can email me. I appreciate your attending today. And Nicole, again, thank you so much for being so kind having me. And I know you hear me, but you cannot speak. I will close out the meeting. Thank you so much for attending and see you next month.